Welcome to Scrub Mode, the podcast that sits at the intersection of gaming and monsters. My name's Julio. I'm joined by my two friends, John and Ryan.
Hello, I'm John. I have the stories.
And I'm Ryan. I'm here to listen to them stories.
I'm also here to listen. I also edit and produce this podcast.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Well,
the big guy here.
Yes, super producer.
One of the big three, big main three. Oh man, welcome.
He's the Superman.
Yeah. Welcome to Scrub Mode, and it's kind of a wild card episode, I think, right, John?
Yeah, who would have guessed that gin is a topic with so much fucking research to do? So while you're waiting on that
They're
one,
technically part of the Monster Manual episodes, right?
yeah, because there's a gin.
Gin are closely related to ghouls.
Yeah, so a ghoul is actually a type of gin in like Islamic and pre-Islamic folklore.
Okay.
And I haven't even gotten to the ghouls yet because I'm still going through all the gin, man. It's a lot of habits to go through. It's a lot of folklore.
Yeah. It's a big episode.
Yeah, who would have thought that something that is still in living religion and mythology that stretches back at least 1,300 years and almost certainly far, far longer in terms of mythology would be hard to research. So instead, I have shit that I started writing but was over too soon to be a full episode, and I got like 30 of them.
Wow, I'm excited. Oh man, should we just jump into it?
I think it's D&D appropriate. Do you guys want to like pick a number or roll a dice?
I'll roll the dice.
Yeah.
I'll roll the dice. I'll do it far from the mic too.
Alright.
Oh, sweet. I got an 18.
That's okay. That's a pretty good roll.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're starting
like,
with one of the fucking. We're starting with one of the fucking weirdest ones.
Yeah? What is it?
Have you guys ever heard of a Grampus?
Oh,
Is that related to the Krampus?
It is not related to the Krampus, but it
Is he
is
your
one
scary
letter
grandfather?
that's a good guess too.
The Grampus. No, I'd never heard this thing then.
So picture a dolphin,
Uh-huh.
and now that dolphin is haunting a tree.
Oh.
Why?
Nobody knows. Ooh.
Why would it... Okay.
So this is what I think last podcast came up with the term single-use cryptids.
Okay.
Because they only get seen once, and this is one of those guys. So we are going to Highclere Churchyard in Hampshire, England. All right.
Hampshire. All
Hampshire.
Right. Not the new one. The old one.
Yeah. Is there a new? Oh, I guess there is. Fuck. Oh God, I'm dumb. You guys can tell. No offense to anyone in New Hampshire, but if you can tell me something that happened in New Hampshire, off the dome right now, I'll give you a crisp In-N-Out burger.
Yeah, baby.
I'm not gonna cheat and Google it, but yeah. I'm gonna say the local hockey team won for the first time in 50 years.
I'm just gonna Google it real quick. New Hampshire. What's the first thing that shows up after the government stuff? There's a university. Federal judge strikes down New Hampshire Divisive Concepts classroom law. That doesn't sound good.
What?
Anyway.
Why would you strike down that class?
Yeah.
Weird.
Anyway, Old Hampshire is doesn't have conservative judges, but it does have a porpoise-shaped cryptid that lives in trees, specifically the yew trees of the churchyard, and it kept everyone up all night by making a horrible gurgling noise.
Not a fun clicking dolphin noise.
Yeah,
it's just the sound of a dolphin that's drowning.
Weird.
Which, if you think about it, is incredibly weird.
And it's gonna get weirder because this thing fucking hates women.
Oh,
why?
No.
Same reason it lives in the tree, I guess.
No one knows.
So there are a lot of stories of it chasing women who get too close to its tree.
Uh-huh.
Not the stories do not tell me how it chased them down. Did it fly through the air like a water Pokemon in Pokemon Stadium? Did it flop across the ground like a seal?
I imagine it took the form of not like a full-on form, but it mocked the appearance of a bipedal human and just kind of, slunk after people.
I'm picturing like two Barbie doll legs just extending from the torso of the dolphin.
Yeah, which elevates it just a little bit higher,
Yeah.
and then it runs after you like a maniac.
Like a fucking gurgling dolphin maniac. But
Yeah,
good
like
news.
some kind of god dang monster.
Yeah. Good news for the people of Hampshire. They did
Yes.
the old style exorcism where you use a bell, the Bible, and a candle. And so this demon was banished not to hell, but to the Red Sea, which I guess is a much better place for a dolphin, for
I
1,000
mean,
years.
Is it actually a dolphin?
No, it just looks like a
Just
dolphin.
looks like
the
a dolphin,
gurgling would
right?
make sense.
Yeah, to the point that Grampus is the family name, or is the scientific name for some dolphins.
It's the Latin genus for it.
How long has this thing been around? Grampus, right?
Yeah, so
Grampus, right?
11th century or 13th century, depending on which source you
Wow.
list.
Grandpaist.
Grampus rhymes with Krampus.
Rhymes with Brampist.
Yeah, you know Brampus. Everyone's all good buddy Brampus.
Yeah, Bramp.
But yeah,
Brampus
so
from Brampton.
he was exercised. So like in about 70 years he should be back because that'll have been 1,000 years.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah,
What is he gonna do after these 1,000 years?
I hope he's worked on himself. I hope he's worked on his misogyny issues. I hope he's got like a CPAP machine to help whatever's going on with the gurgling. I hope, you know,
I
just
hope
hope it's working
everything
out
that
for
could
Grampus.
ever good that could ever be good in terms of turning his life around happens to him.
Yeah. I mean, 1,000 years is a lot of time to work on yourself. So I just,
To think about it, you know?
yeah.
Then again, there are some historical people or historical mythical figures that never change.
I'm reminded of a lot of characters in the Mahabharata, the Indian epic, who were just so
Mm.
fucking mad. They just meditated and prayed so hard until they got superpowers so they could kick the other guy's ass.
They never let go of that rage.
Yeah. And that's the lesson.
That's the lesson here.
Yeah, that's the Grampus. I don't know. We got thoughts on this guy? Do we want to do a rating system? Do we want to close these guys? What's our framework here?
I think Grampus gets a 2 out of 10.
A 2 out of 10? God.
I give him
Yeah.
a 3 out of 10.
All right. I'll take it. Somebody else give me another roll.
I will again.
Yeah, roll.
Oh, I got a 19.
Damn. Okay.
Wow, that's wow. Okay.
All right. This is a little bit of a longer one. Have you heard of the Hammersmith ghost?
Hammersmith.
No.
It's a cool ass name, isn't it?
It is pretty cool.
What does it do?
Well,
Does it forge ancient weapons beyond my imagination?
well, somebody doesn't like the sound of the Hammersmith
Yeah,
ghost.
it's my dogs.
If this were a horror movie, that's how you know you'd be haunted by the Hammersmith ghost.
Exactly.
No, this is all right. So we're going back to 1803.
Mhm.
All right, we are at the town of Hammersmith, which is 5 miles away from Buckingham Palace. So now it's like just part of London.
I see. Yeah, it's a district of West London, right?
Yeah.
I see.
Used to be like a bougie place where not bougie, but used to be a suburb of London or a separate town. Now it's just part of London.
Okay.
So this is like it was a newly constructed hamlet in 1803, and it was like the last bit of countryside before you got into the wilderness. All right,
Huh.
Oh.
or the last town before you got into the countryside, I should say.
Mhm.
So, in 1803, people began reporting a tall white specter covered in a burial shroud roaming around the town, especially near a place called Black Lion Lane, which normally we make fun of how goofy English names are, but Hammersmith Ghost and Black Lion Lane fucking slap. These are good names.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool.
So the ghost would harass travelers and sometimes kick their asses.
Wow.
Okay.
The ghost was thought to belong to a man who had committed suicide and been buried in the Hammersmith Cemetery in 1802.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, a man by the name of Thomas Groom was walking through that cemetery when he started to feel two hands strangling him from behind.
Oh shit.
He turned around and saw nobody, but he was still being strangled.
Oh,
Yeah.
wonderful.
I mean, what do you do in that situation?
He saw no one but was choking?
Yeah, he was being choked to death by invisible hands. He turned around somehow while being choked and saw that he was being choked by nobody. Nobody was choking him.
Wow.
But he felt the hands tightening around his throat.
Wow. That's scary.
Yeah. I'm asking you, D&D style, what do you do in that situation?
Oh, man.
Well, first,
I think I make a Constitution saving throw.
yeah.
I mean, yes, good rules knowledge.
And then I move 30 feet away.
Alright, well, fucking Groom was not going to go out like that. He just fucking started punching the air.
You know what? I in my head I was like, I would start swinging.
I go for the invisible nut shot for sure.
I'd start swinging in the air. I don't care who sees. If I'm going down, I'm leaving blunt damage on this metaphysical entity.
Yeah.
Well, this is like the strangest part of the story to me. It's like he could clearly see that there's nobody in front of him, but he felt like he was punching a blanket or a coat.
Oh. Well, see, there's the problem.
Yeah.
One, he wasn't a paladin. Two,
Yes.
he didn't cast smite on his fists.
No magic damage, gonna go straight through an ethereal creature. Yep.
Yeah.
If he had like a silver ring, maybe he would have done
that's
something.
such a good story idea, Ryan. Holy shit.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Fuck. Anyway,
that's silver ring uppercut.
Yeah, you could give him the silver ring Shoryuken. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
That same year, a pregnant woman was strolling past the cemetery. Not even in the cemetery, just past it. When the ghost arose from the tombs and started chasing her.
Oh. How far was the tombs?
Unclear. If you looked at the depictions of it at the time, which probably aren't based on the real thing, but it's all I got. It looks like it's like a fence, and then the tombs are just on the other side of the fence.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's still scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, the ghost chased her down, probably because she was pregnant and couldn't run all that good, and started strangling her too.
Oh, no.
Unable to escape, she found herself being quote unquote pressed into the ghost until she passed out.
Oh no.
Yeah, also spooky, huh?
Yeah.
Into the ghost.
Pressed into the ghost, quote unquote.
That's that doesn't sound cool at all. Very cool story-wise, but not cool experience-wise.
Yeah. Good for story. Take notes. Good for D&D encounter. Gotta describe things other than what the players are saying, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right?
Sucks to be her, though, because...
We gotta help that woman. She's being pressed into a ghost.
She's being juiced by a ghost.
No!
So she didn't die
also,
from
incredible
this.
ghost strength, by the way.
Okay, good. She didn't die.
Yeah, really rough ghost.
Right?
Right.
Holy moly.
So neighbors found her and revived her, and she told her story, and then she slipped into a coma.
Huh.
Magically?
I guess. I mean, I don't know if I can't find any evidence that she either woke up or died, so... I don't know if it's good, I don't know if it's bad, but she slipped into a coma after telling her story, which is another good scary story trope.
Yeah. Comas are pretty scary.
Yeah. Or just being able to, tell the village, I got pressed by a ghost. Oh, and people are like, what does that mean? But you're out.
Yeah. we gotta get you out of here. You being juiced by a ghost?
Yeah.
Not good.
So this is before the police force was a thing in London.
Wow.
So that's if you want to know how recent the police are.
That's okay.
Yeah, we're a good 60-ish years. Well, I don't
before
for the,
cops.
I'm pulling that number out of
Yeah.
my butt, but I know it's sometime in the mid 19th century. So there are no police yet.
Wow.
So the local authorities were like, "Will nobody go outside at night? Stop fucking with the ghost. If you don't want to get pressed, just stay home."
Yeah. We cannot press people.
Yeah.
We cannot get people pressed right now.
So what do you think? You guys aren't British people, but you're Americans, and as members of instead of the second dumbest country on earth, as members of the dumbest country on earth,
Mhm.
what do you think happens when the authorities told people to stay home?
I don't think they want to do what the authority figures tell them to do. I think they just do whatever how they feel like.
True.
Yeah. So
considering how things been, I think they just went outside anyway.
Yeah.
People started roaming the streets at night armed with both magical weaponry and
Oh.
actual weaponry. Started looking for the fucking ghost.
I want to know
What
how
was
to
the magical
enchant an
weapon?
item.
Like relics and stuff like
Right.
that. Holy
Sigils,
water.
right? Sigils.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like no
I see.
like flame tongues, no crossbows of ghost killing, but
Yeah, I
I
mean,
see.
like, that would be dope, but...
I wish. Maybe if someone
I
had this
wish.
ghost problem would be dealt with already.
Yeah.
We
Right?
wouldn't have pregnant women getting juiced by ghosts.
Maybe we'd have actual dungeons in today's modern time where it's like, oh, the bow of ghost killing that killed the juicing ghost.
Juicing ghost is awful. I hate what we've made here. This must be how God feels.
And it's located in the basement of the farthest dungeon in Old Hampshire.
Yeah.
No, that's where the Grampus is, but you
Yeah. This is London.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that far, all things considered. All right, so
that's true.
So like nobody saw the ghost for several nights. A watchman did say he saw the ghost. He gave chase, and then he said the ghost threw off its sheet and sprinted into the night, which to me implies it's not a ghost, but some sort of Scooby Doo villain.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
Yeah.
It's a guy underneath a bed sheet with a couple of eye holes poked into it.
Yeah.
You went, woo!
The foreshadowing alert. Foreshadowing is a literary device wherein anyway, so it's January 1804 and people were fucking fed up of the ghost and of the authorities telling them what to do.
Yeah.
So one man by the name of Francis Smith got schlitzed up, grabbed some guns, and went on patrol to look for the ghost.
He just got plastered, got drunk.
He got plastered, he got guns, and he's going to pop a cap in a ghost, which sounds like a pretty good night to me if nobody got hurt.
Yeah.
If. That's a big if.
H.P. Lovecraft has a ghost hunting story where the ghost hunters are equipped with flamethrowers, which was at the time a new technology. So
That's
I
cool.
love that they're like in these older stories. People are like, "How do you kill a ghost?" Click, click. I don't know. Same way you kill a man.
We do it the Van Helsing style.
Oh god, I love Van Helsing.
Yeah.
I load up my 35 round crossbow repeater.
I saw so much
crossbow.
I saw so much potential in the Hugh Jackman Helsing movie.
Helsing series.
Yeah.
Well, movie. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. It wasn't a series.
It should have
been. No, The Mummy. The Mummy's actually good. I really like Van Helsing.
Yeah.
I like their Frankenstein. I like their sweet little Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Some spooky Dracula brides. It's a Jekyll and Hyde. It's great. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm still surprised that there's no other well-known werewolf movie besides Werewolf in London.
Ginger Snaps is pretty good.
I guess
that's kind of an indie thing, almost. I think Ginger Snaps is good though.
Yeah. Silver Bullet, the Stephen King one. I don't know. You're right though. Like nothing. It's like you got the Wolfman.
Yeah, the Wolfman remake wasn't great either.
No.
The original Wolfman's pretty good.
Yeah.
You mean the remake was the one?
He means the Benicio del Toro.
The Benicio del Toro one, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But Guillermo del Toro directed it, and Benicio del Toro were in it. That'd be kind of cool.
I mean, I'm a Guillermo del Toro stand. I'll defend.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I feel like there hasn't been another attempt at a lycanthrope werewolf movie.
Yeah.
That could make them cool, you know?
I wonder. I wish there was one.
I feel like there's been a lot of werewolf movies because they're kind of cheap to make, but I don't think any of them have really hit.
Yeah.
But I'm not a big werewolf
That's
guy.
the problem. It's because like there's no like, because when they do werewolf, it's like it's not the image of like the mythical monster in the books, you know, where they're like 7 feet tall and they're like shoulders and they got wingspan of like 35 feet.
Yeah.
And they can reach you from like behind a tree, you know?
Yeah.
Like they're always like clearly dude who is like covered in like prop hair.
Yeah. They kind of went that route with the Wolfman movie with Benicio, and it just
Yeah.
I don't know.
I kind of like see.
Yeah.
There's this
You know,
problem.
I take it back. There was one good werewolf movie, Teen Wolf, starring Teen Wolf. Sorry, I couldn't.
Michael J. Fox is in there, right?
I know. Yeah, he was the Teen Wolf.
Yeah, he's.
There's I can't remember what creature designer it was. Might have been my fucking dad. I don't remember. But somebody was like, "There's a werewolf problem where there's a spectrum where if your werewolf is too human, they look like a Bigfoot."
Yeah.
Or a monkey, and if they're too inhuman, they just look like a big dog. And it's really hard to land on the right place on that spectrum between monkey and big dog.
Yeah,
neither of which are scary or cool.
I mean, I think the Van Helsing werewolf was pretty cool.
It's great. It's good. It's a big CGI mess, but I love it from a design perspective.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
Who cares? It looks dope.
I thought it looked dope.
It's like rippling with muscles. Oh, it's scary.
He's like a badass.
I think the big dog problem could be like alleviated if they sold the scariness of like being a werewolf better. But that's again like a hard thing to do, considering that a lot of people today.
I think even if you do that, it's a big scary dog or a big scary wolf. It's not a werewolf.
Yeah. And wolves are just beautiful creatures too. They're
really pretty.
Yeah.
And I mean, like again, today, like there's a lot of people who would not be scared of that wolf.
Nodding at our furry
not
audience respectfully.
Yeah.
At least we know they would integrate with society well enough.
Yeah.
It's funny. Speaking of furries, I remember this quote, like so many furries work in IT.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. It's
and
true.
and a lot it's funny, like
we're coding up here.
Yeah. And so like whenever there's like a furry like a convention, a lot of those some people feel like, I don't know if we should have these furry conventions because so many of our it had something to do with like if there was like a bunch of furries on a plane and that's like and the plane goes down, that's a bunch of IT people.
Oh, like a last man standing thing.
Yeah.
They're like,
we're gonna lose all our coders. We're gonna lose all our best artists.
Yeah.
Like if someone blew up a convention center full of furries, like
there goes all our
we
IT
would lose.
This is not within the scope
at
of
least
the podcast.
American localized.
This
is not within the scope of this podcast, but they did.
Yeah, we don't condone that, by the way.
Of course. Somebody tried to chlorine gas a furry convention, and the news media played it like a joke, even though like there was a terror chemical attack.
Yeah.
On a fucking public gathering.
It's not cool.
Doesn't pretty fucked up.
Yeah, just because they decide to wear animal costumes doesn't mean you can play it off as a joke.
Yeah. Shame on the news media. Again, respectfully looking at our furry audience. Anyway, ghost time. The ghost gets worse.
Yeah.
I didn't know it could get worse.
Oh, yeah.
What happens to the
because
ghost?
if you remember, we now have an extremely inebriated Englishman.
Right.
Yeah.
Armed with guns, looking for a ghost.
No magic relics. No
magic relics, just guns.
Okay.
Just guns against ghosts.
And guess what? He fucking saw the ghost, and he did in fact cap that ghost.
Oh shit.
He ran into the ghost outside of the Black Lion pub. Again, really cool name.
That's a good name for a pub, yeah.
So he rushed out to go see the ghost he had shot and realized it was actually a dude.
Oh, great. Didn't see that one coming.
Yeah. So Smith hadn't shot a ghost or even somebody pretending to be a ghost, but remember, he was extremely drunk, and he was extremely drunk by London 1803 standards. That is a level
so
of
that means
alcoholism.
extremely drunk.
Yeah, it's a level of alcoholism I can't even comprehend.
He was like beyond blackout drunk, I
Yeah.
guess.
He blacked out, and then a different person took over.
Yeah.
That level.
Yeah.
So he'd shot a bricklayer by the name of Thomas Millwood, and back in those days, a bricklayer's uniform was white linen pants, a white linen shirt, and then a white linen coat or apron.
Oh.
So this dude was walking home alone at night, dressed in all white, on a road in a town where for a year people have been trying to shoot a ghost.
Oh no.
I don't think he got the memo.
No.
Was he from out of town or
No, he's from Hammersmith. He's a local bricklayer, and to his wife's credit, his wife was like, "Honey, I know you're really proud of being a bricklayer. Can you please put a dark coat or something on over your clothes? I'm worried you will get shot."
And he was like, "Nonsense. People know and respect the bricklayers of our town."
And he got fucking domed.
Oh,
poor guy.
Poor man.
So to make this whole story sadder, Millwood had just left his parents' house literally moments before he got shot in the head.
No.
So his whole family was like, "Hey, bud, don't walk home in your white clothes." And he was like, "Don't worry about it." And like they saw the whole thing from their window.
Wow.
So just his whole family watched him get domed.
Damn.
That sucks.
What a bummer.
So they, of course, rushed out their door to help him, but he was shot in the head, and that tends to kill people really quick.
Yeah.
That's a no way back.
Yeah, unless he gets really lucky and he gets shot in the part of the head where like no thoughts occur, I guess.
No, unfortunately, according to the coroner's report, Smith had shot Millwood. It's the 18th century, so we're still dealing with like big balls.
Yeah. With giant lead balls.
Yeah, I mean, like, we're starting to get towards rifled stuff. I don't know, a gun nerd will correct me, but it's still pretty inaccurate. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, people are still lining up in Napoleon blocks, I believe.
To make sure they hit something.
I might be. Anyway, but yeah, so, like, but somehow with that shitty technology and completely wasted, he'd scored a shot that went through the dude's jaw, into his brain pan, and then into his spine.
Oof.
Oh my god!
So like, yeah,
really
like ricocheted off the top of his skull.
Yeah, but it's ricocheted like crazy.
Damn!
He got the JFK, you know.
Damn. Oh my god!
Damn!
He got the blender. Ugh.
Yeah. So Smith was arrested and felt understandably extremely bad about shooting a man in front of his family.
Yeah. I thought it was a ghost.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I thought he was the ghost.
So this is still in English law,
right?
We're like, so
this is before police, but we still have a judicial system,
but
right?
They weren't police,
right? I see.
So like, this is still an English case law where it's like, hey, bud, you're still guilty, just because you thought the dude was a ghost. You like.
Yeah,
you can't shoot him.
Essentially, you can't get drunk and start shooting people.
Yeah,
that's not a. That's no way.
Yeah.
So, understandably, ghost sightings disappear after this for several years. I'm guessing because nobody wanted to get, headshot that bad.
Yeah. No more hunting ghosts.
So, like later in 1804. A shoemaker by the name of Graham was arrested for being a nuisance.
Oh, no.
He had been seen on December 29th of that year wearing a white sheet and running around, but he claimed he was just doing it to exact revenge on one of his apprentices who had scared his own kids with a ghost story.
Oh.
Like literal Scooby Doo shit.
I see.
And masked him, and he was like, I would have gotten away with it, too.
But like I said, the ghost sightings basically stopped for 20 years.
Wow.
And in 1824, he came back, and now he had hooks for hands and could breathe fire.
Oh! The hash-slinging slasher.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, my
God. So, I'm not quite sure of this connection, but he was later revealed to be a farmer who was just, like, snarfing alcohol, I guess, and spitting it out to create fire breath, and had just two scythes as his fakey dakey hands.
Mm-hmm. A fire.
Was he just doing it for fun, or
ghost?
He was just doing it for the YouTube stuff,
Wow, it was just a prank, bro.
Yeah.
Why did you pull out the lead ball pistol?
Social experiment.
Exactly.
And
he
was
then, wondering
it appeared
if he spit fire and approached women with sickles for hands, would they make out with him?
I don't know if you know about Spring Hill Jack, but somebody definitely tried that thesis.
Really? Oh, no.
London has this whole weird history of people in costumes, or maybe supernatural creatures, fucking harassing women. We'll talk about it someday.
Wow. Get your shit together.
100 years later, and now it could climb walls like Spider-Man, and then no it since. Ask the Hammersmith Ghost. What do you think of this guy? Sad out of 10? Bummer out of 10?
It's a sad, emotional scale, sad. An unneeded death occurred in the middle of the story.
I give it maybe like 5 out of 10, I think. Pretty mid.
I give him a 6 for the amount of terror it caused, and then the 4 points was docked for the amount of extra terror that it caused.
Yes. So a 2 ultimately.
I mean, a 6 out of 10. The 4 was
Okay. Hey, have I mentioned I'm not good at math?
No, it's fine. I didn't explain that word problem well enough.
Yeah, that's kind of you to say, and not my. Anyway, how about you? Yeah. Give me another one. Let's do another roll. Let's see what we got.
Give him
here.
A roll.
Oh yeah, 20.
You got to wait. So
we're just going up, huh? Just incrementally.
18. We did 19, 18, 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, 18, 19, 20. Yeah.
Okay.
Next will be 1. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right. Have you guys heard of the I guess we're doing vampires. The Santorini vampires.
Santorini. Where is Santorini?
Are they like an Italian, like, mafia?
Oh my god, it'd be a great name for fucking like Saints Row gang.
Of like vampires?
Yeah, no. So we're talking about Greece, but the part of Greece that's really close to Italy, to be fair to you.
Oh, sorry. Are they Grecian mafia vampires?
They're just vampires, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So like flashback in time with me, if you will. Back before Greece was like a cool vacation spot to hang out, but way after Greece was a cool vacation spot to hang out.
Yeah.
All right. Like throughout most of like the early modern history of Greece, right? The rest of Europe is sort of like a backwards shithole. And I don't mean to offend any Greek people, but you were, the days of empire were long gone. You'd been sort of the Greeks had been taken over by the Ottomans for a long, long time period. And you got some of that European racism where you're like, well, they're backwards. They're still stuck in their ancient ways, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then the Roman Empire happened and they kind of fetishized the Greeks, right? A little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Like we talked about in the Ghost episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're past that. We're like we're post-Renaissance, We're like in the 15, 16, 17, 1800s era.
Oh, okay.
Where Europe is like now baller, and they think everybody else is shit, and you get some people drawing some weird lines about what it means to be European.
Right.
Anyway, so we got some weird like the idea of a vampire comes from Romania, which is pretty close to Greek, and like all these Central European places have ideas of vampires.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna fuck up some Greek pronunciations, but I'm gonna try. So have you ever heard of well, I doubt it, but there was a man named Alexander of Santorini who was a shoemaker, okay? And he died of some sort of disease, but he decided to not stay buried.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah, you can just decide that.
Okay.
So at night, he'd return to the path he had walked in light. He'd like the places he liked to walk around when he was alive. and he would even like stand on hills and in forests and outside his family's window and just sort of like lovingly gaze in at them.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the worst part. After a few months of just being a spooky spook spooking around, he decided to return to his job.
Mm-hmm.
He even retook his old spot in the forum. He retook over his little shoe cobbler stand, and he was like, "Look, I'm dead. I love making and fixing shoes.
So I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna make and fix shoes.
I'll be here, but not during the day because I am a vampire. But if you need shoes fixed, hit up your boy Alexander."
I mean, I feel like that's pretty cool.
I mean, that's fine. If like
as long as you ain't biting dudes.
As long as he ain't biting anybody, and he's just wanting to continue his life.
Yeah, exactly. I think this is the chillest vampire ever because there's no record. He came back from the dead, but there's no record of him hurting anybody.
Wow,
that's pretty cool.
Everyone is like, yes, he is a Virolacus. Vortolacus. Oh, I'm not going to get the Greek right. He was a Greek vampire, but he never hurt anybody. But eventually
he's
the church caught wind of it.
I'll be here, but not in the morning.
Yeah.
I gotta go to bed at that time.
5 to 9, not 9 to 5.
Yeah. You can have me on graveyard shift. Joking, but
yeah.
I ain't doing mornings.
It's good. It's less competitive. Like you can do your day job and then you can come see me afterwards,
Exactly.
Yeah.
You could come in later and actually get your shoe fixed.
Anyway, the church caught wind of it and the poor sap was fucking exorcised and burnt.
No.
Wow.
No.
Rip to a good vampire.
Wow.
Rip to the good guy who just wanted to make shoes.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we got another.
That's like
Greek
a revenge story.
We got this dude's name was Gennati of Annapolis.
Okay.
So he was a moneylender. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Is he like a loan shark?
Yeah, exactly. This is in a time before banks, so every moneylender was a loan shark.
Right.
And he was an especially vicious one. But on his deathbed, this dude had a change of heart, and he was like, "Oh, my wife, I've realized what a dick I've been. Please, like, all the holy books say don't hold interest. Please, fucking pay everybody back the interest."
Yeah.
So he this was strengthened on the advice of the priest who was administering to him, and he set up a little fund to pay restitution to all his fellow villagers he'd viciously loan sharked.
Wow.
But he died. He was on his deathbed before he could pay everybody off. So he begged his wife, please make sure the rest of these funds go to my fellow villagers.
Mm-hmm.
Please finish my work. But if your husband's dead, he's not making you any more money. And so she started to see her own resources dwindle. And she was like, he's fucking dead. Nobody will know. I'm going to stop paying people back.
Yeah.
And this pissed him off. And
of course,
Gennati rose from his grave as a vampire.
Wow.
I told you to pay him off.
I told you. Deborah, listen to me.
I'm doing the reverse loan shark thing.
So he was known to make horrible gurgling noises, again with the horrible gurgling noises.
It's just a staple sound at this point. Exactly.
Yeah. So he would
that not scare you?
Yeah. If I heard it in the middle of the night being screamed by a dude I knew I was dead, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, he would apparently wander from home to home. He'd break down doors and he'd toss furniture around with his vampire strength. And then, unexpectedly, he would pay people back the money he owed them and leave.
That sounds awesome.
He would just throw furniture around and
he'd be like, oh shit, sorry.
By the way, here's the money I owe you.
Sorry, here's the money. Here's all the interest you paid me when I was alive, and here's for the lamp. I'm real sorry.
Yeah. It's just like a quiet dinner for a family, and all of a sudden just freaking out. He's throwing their chairs and he's kicking over their tables and he's pulling down their shelves. And he walks up to the father. He's like, "Here, the money that I owe you."
Sorry about that. Sorry.
I'm so sorry that in my lifetime I was such a dick to, and I've caused harm to your family that I probably could never imagine. I hope you accept my apology.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Okay, so
I won't be coming back. And then he leaves, and now there's a gaping hole in their doorway.
Yeah. Well, people pointed out that like the doorways were like, as often as they were wood, they were waxed paper and shit like that, and the windows were waxed paper, so like you could fucking just bust through that shit.
Oh shit! So he came in like a American Gladiator.
Oh yeah.
Just and he tore down shit like an American Gladiator.
He tore down shit. He fucked up shit.
He came
so
through.
Funny.
Oh. Just wax paper. Just like a pro wrestler.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, your chairs are going down.
He's got what intro music do you think he had?
Oh, he had Paralyzed by Finger 11.
Oh my god. Inspired choice.
They didn't exist back then, but through his vampiric powers, he pulled it through.
Wow.
So this poor dude, he also destroyed fishing boats. He drank everybody's wine stores. He smashed cisterns. He killed and drained livestock. He tore grapevines from the soil. But as soon as his wife finished paying restitutions to everybody, he was like, "Oh, it's done. Cool, thanks." And then he went back to his grave.
Wow. I am no longer a menace.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That was exciting.
Credit to CM Kozman. He's the one who turned me on to this. These are just two of the accounts he recounts in this video, and some of many in the that are recounted by James Emerson in his book Letters from the Aegean.
Very cool.
Where, again, one of those British people being like, "Here I'm at poor, backwards Greece. Look at these poor islanders." That's Vampire. What do you think of those guys? I like them. I like a good vampire.
They're cool. I believe in redemption.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I give him a 9 out of 10.
I give him an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah, I give him a 9 out of 10 because 1, the first one was a cool shoemaker.
Yeah.
And 2, the second one was just an angry wrestler.
Yeah.
In my head, angry wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, certainly his.
He just wanted to be redeemed. It's unfair.
Yeah, he wanted to make amends for the misdeeds he did.
It's not really said in the book, but like, I feel like the vibe is that he like couldn't get into heaven, and that's why he was a vampire until he was paid off. Something like that.
That's
so
funny.
It was something that he wanted, that he needed to do so that he wouldn't be damned to hell.
Yeah,
it was like his unfinished business.
It's pointed out in the story, and it's true. But like he okay, so like normally the moneylenders were Jewish at that time period because that's the one that doesn't forbid usury.
Yeah.
So like, but he also consults a priest, like, which means probably a Greek Orthodox priest, even though like there would have been Jews and Greek Orthodox and Muslim people all over here. It's very
like muddy.
Yeah.
In terms of like who's what.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Turkey's a real palimpsest was the word we used when I was studying Turkey, because like you just got a bunch of different cultures all on top of each other, for thousands and thousands of years.
In a lot of ways, I guess.
Yeah, but way older.
Right.
Let's see. You want to take another roll? You want to roll one, Ryan?
You have a dice, Ryan? Ready? You have a dice handy?
Not at the moment.
I just have my dice handy.
All right.
Let's see. Uh-oh. Mulligan. What is it? Is it a 1?
Oh, that I rolled?
Yeah.
Oh, I got
13. Lucky 13.
Alrighty.
Unless you wanted to roll, Ryan. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Man. I wasn't ready.
Alright. Have you guys heard of a Nandy bear?
No.
All right, this has been a good
Is
spread.
it like a candy bear?
I wish.
Nandy
We got
bear.
ghost. We got a little true crime.
Ooh.
And we got now we got a cryptid for you.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So the Nandi people of Kenya are one of many Xhosa-speaking peoples, and in their culture, they claim there is a big, mysterious carnivore roaming the savannah, one that looks like a bear. But I don't know if you guys know this. There are no bears in Africa.
No. I knew that.
I knew
Isn't that
that.
part of Paddington?
I
No,
don't know.
Paddington's from Peru. I got it twisted. It's from a different bear story.
Paddington Bear.
Get it twisted?
Yeah. I think it's part of the corduroy bear story. I think Paddington's from Peru and corduroy goes to Africa. And everyone's like, oh, there's no bears in Africa. Anyway.
There's a book where corduroy goes to Africa.
Yeah.
The little corduroy bear.
Yeah.
I see.
I'm pretty sure. It's been a while.
That's cute.
That's pretty cool.
So this is a 4 foot tall at the shoulder big beast that kind of looks like a bear. It's got sloping shoulders, so its butt is lower to the ground than its shoulders are, and it's got like a big scary head and big swiping claws.
Oh, okay.
So far,
that's pretty cool.
It kind of sounds like a bear, but buff. You know, bears got a lot in the trunk. This guy doesn't.
It's a bear, but he skipped leg day and it was all about pumping iron.
Exactly.
He's like, I want my lats to pop.
Yeah. He was also not skipping tongue day in that. In addition to being nocturnal, this creature has a long prehensile tongue that it loves to use to scoop out people's brains.
Isn't that like a sun bear that has that?
I mean, yeah, actually, now that you mention it, like a lot of those sort of like Indian subcontinent bears and East Asian bears have that, right? You got the spectacle bear, the sun bear, moon bear.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say that a prehensile tongue in which it liked to choke people with.
I mean, that would be on theme for today, right?
It would be. That's why I wasn't expecting the eating brains like a spoon situation.
Just the slurp of like a dog tongue, but it's out of an open
your
human
brain.
skull.
Yeah.
Except it was your brain pan and it's a slurp out your gray matter.
Yeah. So this dude, there used to be a lot of sightings of the bear during like the height of colonialism, but in the 20th century, well, I mean, it's still pretty colonial, but at the start of the 20th century, like sightings super declined. There was this dude in 1905 named Richard Meinertzgen, who was a British spy and ornithologist.
Whoa.
And he was like, look, Africa just got hit by a lot of droughts. That probably killed the Nandi bear. It was not doing so great before. It was rare, and now it's gone for sure.
See.
Like, we're totally safe now, bros.
He also thought it was a secret monkey for some reason. He thought it was some he was like, there are no bears in Africa. That's ridiculous. This is a brain-eating monkey.
I mean, fair, but why did it have to be a secret monkey?
Well, he's doing that cryptozoologist thing where he's like, the locals say this is a bear. That's ridiculous. Clearly, they're wrong, and it's a brain-eating monkey.
I don't know, man. I feel like the locals would know what a monkey looked like.
Yeah. A British explorer and colonial administrator. So, he's got some war crimes under his belt. C.W. Hobley said he never saw the creature, but he did often find footprints of it near his property, and he sketched the footprints. And I'm not a footprint guy. People say they look like a bear.
It looks like a bear?
Yeah, pictures of the footprint?
I don't. They were just sketches, and I don't have pictures of the sketches.
Damn.
No problem.
All right.
In 1912, allegedly, 10 sheep were dragged away from a farm in Cara, Buxton. They were all found dead. Well, they were all found. 7 were dead, with their skulls smashed open and their brains eaten.
Whoa.
Oof.
Yeah, super chupacabra.
Yeah.
Over the next 10 days, the same thing happened to 57 goats and sheep.
Whoa. Working overtime.
Yeah.
Only got kids to feed?
Yeah, maybe. That's a great. Speaking of good horror movie plots,
Right?
That's why it suddenly spikes. We got a whole
That's
bunch of little
crazy.
Nandy bears.
Oh, it reproduced. Nature found a way.
Yeah.
The locals in the area described the culprit as a beast which walked on two legs, snatched babies, and killed men.
Snatch babies.
Walked on two legs, snatched babies.
And killed men. I mean, obviously, it also killed the babies, but
Yeah. I guess.
So,
unless it somehow morphed the babies into Nandy bears.
oh, like a changeling thing. Ugh.
Yeah.
So allegedly, they tracked the animal down to a canyon later that year, and they speared it, and where it was discovered that it was just an especially large spotted hyena that had, quote unquote, evidently turned brain eater through some sort of madness, end quote. But like
Whoa.
that doesn't sound like a spotted hyena to me. Doesn't explain how a spotted hyena was walking around on two legs.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of hearsay.
I like.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm engaging in the fun here. I think it was a little bit of panic with the
Yeah.
chupacabra. If we ever do a chupacabra episode, we'll talk about how it's pretty easy to track its legacy.
Yeah.
And people don't really understand taphonomy and animal illness all that well, even ranchers.
That's true.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah.
So the last sighting of an Andy bear, the last recorded one, actually is as late as 1998.
Whoa.
When engineers Dennis and Marlene Burnett were driving along the base of the appropriately named Nandy Escarpment in the rain, and they saw a very large animal cross the road in front of them. After reversing the car, which, like, thank you. In so many of these fucking stories,
Right.
somebody sees Bigfoot cross the road and they don't even brake. These
And
guys
they're
saw
like,
something
I'm gonna
spooky.
hit the gas.
Yeah, these guys saw something spooky and they're like, back that shit up. Hold on.
We are not engaging.
Yeah. So they saw something big cross the road. They reversed their car and they got to like look at the creature in the headlights for 15 seconds before it ran off, which is a pretty decent amount of time.
Yeah, it's a good amount of time.
They initially thought it was a bear, but they soon realized it was an enormous shagging hyena-like animal. They say it looked like a striped hyena, only, about the size of the car.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, let me Google up a striped hyena for you real quick. I think they're cute. They're leggy boys. They got like a mohawk running down their back.
But they're huge.
Yeah.
Or this one in particular was huge.
They're saying this thing was look like a super hyena. Yeah, right?
That's adorable.
I think they're pretty cute.
They're adorable.
I love its eyes.
They look kind of badass.
Look at its eyes.
I like the mohawk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty cool animal.
But it is the size of a car, huh?
Well, not this one. This one's the size of a small dog.
Oh, no, yeah. But I'm just saying, like, it was the size of a car.
Yeah, according to these two guys.
That's pretty horrifying.
Yeah. I think we got time for one more. You want to hit one more?
Yeah.
I'll roll it.
Why not? Yeah, roll.
Take us
home,
Ryan.
It on this very pretty shiny dice. Nope, we did that one already. 17.
A 17? Oh my god.
Yeah. The previous one was an 18.
All right, cool. Well, this is more true crimey than we usually do, but it's LA focused.
Ooh.
I'm gonna pull up the pictures for this one. This is important.
LA true crime.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Have you guys ever heard of the Man from Mars?
The Man from Mars.
All right.
It sounds like a sci-fi episode.
Yeah, it does, right? Let me pull up the picture for you.
From Mars. We often wonder whether we are alone on Earth.
So,
or in space.
That's the wrong picture. Describe this shit to me real quick.
Sure.
Oh.
The image seems to look of a, judging by the bench, looking at everything to scale, about like a 5'4", 5'5", humanoid being in all black, what seems to be either fatigues or uniform, like military uniform.
Yeah.
With a matching like helmet and they're brandishing a shotgun, and they've got a bandolier of shells and a gas mask on.
It looks kind of fashy, but I gotta say, it's cool.
It's
kind of
pretty
cool.
cool.
It's kind of cool. I mean,
it's pretty cool.
I don't know. He's
got
his,
a little.
He's got a
He's got
skull
like a
on his
pickle
helmet.
helm.
He's got a skull on the helmet.
Oh no, it's not a pickle helm. It's like an antenna.
Yeah,
and then
it's
two
an antenna.
springs off to the side.
But it
and
looks
like
like
on top, it's cool. But like on top of his gas mask are sunglasses.
yeah, they're motorcycle goggles. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
and this is
and
the
he's
man
got little
from
springs
Mars.
coming out from the sides that also make him look.
Yeah.
Another skull on his chest. I don't know.
It's a little Nazi-ish to me.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's a little fashy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? It does have that like almost Hellboy flair.
Yeah, exactly.
A little bit, yeah.
So this was a real life supervillain.
Wow.
By the name of Forrest Ray Coulson.
Okay.
So he fucking dressed up in this getup right here to rob 5 supermarkets in the San Gabriel Valley over a period of 6 months.
Holy shit.
So like here's a picture of him without the stuff on.
I bet he looks less cool than with the stuff on.
Oh yeah, he looks like kind of a dweeb.
Oh, I see.
He was
he looks like prototypical 50s white man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was relatively tall and square jawed. I should note that those pictures are not him wearing the costume for reasons you'll understand in a second, but an officer.
Huh.
Oh. So that's not him.
That's not him. That's just his costume. So he was relatively tall and square jawed, but he had somehow black-pilled himself before that was a thing. He was convinced that he was so ugly and malformed as to be unlovable.
Oh, okay.
Really?
But he looks absolutely average.
Yeah.
He looks not ugly.
Yeah.
So he had some kind
looks
of
like
some kind of body dysmorphia.
Yeah, I guess
probably.
So.
Yeah. But like he just looks like an absolutely normal guy.
Yeah. That's weird.
So he joined the Marines in 1941, which is a pretty hard time, pretty dangerous time to join the Marines.
Yeah.
That is during World War I or World War II, sorry. And boy, the Pacific Theater where the Marines get used like
a lot.
Like cannon fodder because we're still figuring out how to be a real army.
Yeah.
It's a bad time to join. But he stays with the Marines till 48 and is somehow lucky enough to see no combat.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So he then went on to join the Monterey County Police, using his military credentials to get a job. But he got caught fucking on the job too many times.
Oh, great.
Oh, man.
And was fired.
Typical officer behavior.
He then he transferred to the Glendora Police Department, where he was once again caught for fucking on the job. And fired.
Man. Really having sex on the job?
Yeah, like people would be like, "Help! My house is being robbed," and he'd be getting his rocks off.
Oh wow!
I'll be there in a second.
So, during this second firing, this is why they have you hand in your badge and gun before they tell you the bad news.
Yeah.
But he pulled out his gun and was like, "If you fire me, I'll kill myself."
Wow!
Wonderful.
So the police chief managed to talk him out of it. And he was like, fuck it, and he moved to LA.
And now he's our problem.
Yeah, now he's our problem. He sometime around this time, he would begin assembling his costume and get to work. So as you can see in that picture, he has a shotgun with a bandolier of shells, and he also had 2 matching 38 caliber pistols on his hips.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And so he used his Marine training and his police training in the scary fucking costume to acquire a combined $55,000 from hitting up grocery stores. Wow. And I believe that's before conversion. Like, this is a lot of money, especially for the fucking...
Yeah, back then? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a house.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like a house, well...
small.
Not like a really nice house, but like a house.
Yeah. I mean, in the early 50s. Like, that's a ton of money. That's an insane amount of money.
Yeah.
Like if we if we like if we convert it to
Yeah, go
today,
ahead. You
right?
want to pull up a converter?
Yeah. Here. 2024.
55,000. 55 followed by three
Yeah.
zeros.
Let's see.
I'd not be
Let's
surprised if that's like a few million.
55,000 in 1950 is equivalent to the purchasing power of about $715,565 today.
Oh, that's not as much as I thought.
I mean, it's still a lot, though.
Yeah. I also am stupid with decimals, so maybe it is more than I thought. Anyway, wrapping up this story, because we're close to the end, he would, like, in one instance, famously reported by the Pasadena Independent, he, like, showed up and used his guns to essentially force all 48 store employees into a icebox, into the freezer, and then take the money and fuck off.
Wow. That's a lot of employees.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
So weirdly, after every robbery, he would drive from LA to his parents' house in Oklahoma, where he'd like lie low until the coast was clear for a few months.
Uh-huh.
And apparently he never told his parents what he did, and they were pretty mean to him.
Oh.
They said, because he had no job at this time, and he had no job for months, they would like, or even close to a few years at this point, so they'd say like he was a deadbeat and stuff like that, and like the whole time he was literally sitting on a mattress full of cash.
You'd come to their homes. They would just be angry parents. They'd be like, "Why don't you get a job? What are you doing?"
Yeah, they thought he was a broke loser.
I see.
So they were half right.
He was a broke loser, but he was a broke loser who stole money from people.
Yeah, broke is what I'm saying. He was a loser.
Yeah.
He was a loser, yeah.
Anyway, we're not a true crime show. We'll make this quick. On October 12th of 1951, he finally got into a fight he couldn't win.
Okay.
He was robbing a grocery store with a police officer already in it, named Harry Stone, and in a Die Hard moment, they like both accidentally kind of bumped into each other.
Oh shit!
And they had a fucking cowboy ass quick draw.
Oh.
And
he's like, "Uh-oh," and Harry won.
Yeah, Harry won. Forrest did not. He was fatally shot dead, ending his impressive but brief reign of terror. He was only 26 years old.
Wow.
Dang.
Yeah, sad.
Was it just like one shot, or like did Harry just like unload?
I don't know. That's not in the reports I saw.
Dang.
That's sort of a dark one to end on, but there you go.
Wow.
Yeah, a little bit, but that was exciting.
Yeah.
Not exactly a ghost or a spooky moment, but I'll give it a 5 out of 10 for a weird, like, sort of cool heist.
Yeah.
I give it also a 5 out of 10.
It sounds like Bella loves it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my wife's parrot. Yeah, you can probably hear in the background. Hopefully not. I think the noise cancellation gets rid of that. But anyway,
the bird can hear it.
Anyway, wow.
What a day of stories. Thank you, John.
I got them for years.
Thanks. Oh, I know.
I was only like
thank
6.
you for today.
Thank you, John.
Yeah, thanks for listening. I hope you had fun, and I hope you had fun at home.
Yeah. We sure did.
I had a great
time. And I'm
time.
Speaking for people at home, too. We sure did.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, anyway, what should I say here? Thank you, Jesse Sanders, for making our music.
Love you, man.
He's great. Check him out on Instagram. Links to do so in the description. Links also, click on our link tree and take a look, see. Send us your questions if you want. Leave us a review and we'll shout you out. Give us a 5-star review and we'll shout you out. Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah. Check out a Redbubble also. Yeah, I guess
buy our t-shirts if we have some.
We do.
Yeah, buy our t-shirts.
Yeah. Oh man. But don't rob banks or
don't rob banks.
Don't rob grocery stores.
Yeah. If there was
be nice.
If there was a moral to take away from this,
Don't do
rob
a
banks.
chemical-based terrorist attack on a convention.
Yeah.
Don't get drunk with the intent of killing ghosts.
Don't walk outside in a town that is known to be terrorized by ghosts in a white outfit.
Yeah.
We're a lot of lessons today.
Yeah, we learned
a lot of
we learned a
morals
lot.
today.
A lot of good stuff. Anyway, yeah, we'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.